get to our first critique of the day. I just realized that is off center, and that's going to bother me if I don't move it. There we go. Now it's too high. Wait, now it's not moving. There we go. That's better. So, yeah, first one of the day, we're going to be looking at Leggasiini, as I mentioned before, a really, really good K-roll from Finland. And the cool thing is we actually do have, like, quite a few unique matchups to look at. Oh, wow, that's actually really low audio. Okay, that should be better. Huh. Yeah, let me know how the audio is balanced for you guys. But yeah, overall, you know, this is played with the new buffs from King K. Rool, and a lot of matchups got a lot easier. So in this one, I wouldn't really say anything really changed matchup wise. I'm gonna pause it here. The main thing is that we can just now tank a little bit more than we could in the past. So you're going to be able to tank things really easily with Crowderang, which is really good. So basically, she'll need to hit you with like her fair in order to get through you, and I think Bear might be able to break it as well. Let me just get the whole compendium up real quick, because like there's so many matchups changed a lot, and I know for sure there's a lot of interactions with Peach that changed. Go. Gotta wait for it to load though. There we go. So for Peach, let's see. So we can basically, we can't armor strong back air, strong fair, or just any part of fair, and then we can't armor strong nair. So overall, like, she does have ways to break it, but she does have to be fairly close to you. So that will help a decent amount. But we'll also look to see like how he's going to get out of disadvantage from that, because I think up air with both hits combined actually won't break it. So that's one that we can just like land with pretty easily. But we'll see what else ends up happening. Yes, that's how it'll work. It'll roll over into the next week. Oh, we got the stomps there. And then, of course, the other buff that's going to help a lot in this matchup is just the fact that dash attack kills a lot earlier. So that's just going to be really nice and easy to get there. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately you can't pivot grab out of shield, so you know, you do have to be a lot closer to them than you would like to be in order to get that grab. Yeah, stalled a little bit too long. If you angle F tilt down, you are able to hit most ledge hangs with that. So that's always a really good thing to know. I'm pretty sure that we have like a chart somewhere that tells us which characters you can and can't hit. Yeah, and the other thing too that helped with the dash attack buff is basically out of fair, nair, and forward throw, the strong hit of dash attack is going to connect a lot longer now. And kill earlier just because they just buffed that as well. Yeah, over there, it's like the F tilt, it's like you'd hope that you'd be able to catch them both throwing an attack, but as long as you throw an aerial, it's safe and you can hold shield, then that's always just going to beat out your attacks as K. Rool if you're fighting against him. Just a little bit out of range, but down throw, probably go for... Oh, the F smash. Guess he knew that he wouldn't be able to bash fast enough. Now that's really important. That's the other thing too, is like you can just tank a lot more with your belly armor too with the buffs, just because instead of it being like I think it's something like 26% or 24, now we can tank 35% with belly armor, and that's just death. What's up, Afro? Let's see, so what else do we got? Okay, yeah, so this is the Isabelle matchup. So On paper, pretty much everybody would think that Isabelle would just like absolutely destroy K. Rool because like it's like, oh, she can pocket Crown and Campbell. What is he gonna do? Yeah, that's definitely not the case. Basically, what happens is you can't use Crown like you normally would, where you'd use it to like help like zone in certain situations and all that stuff. You have to use it very selectively. So basically, like. Yeah, so like there, she didn't throw out a move, so that was like a bad call on his part. But like if you see her full hopping and then like starting to come down with like fair or something like that, that's when you can always throw out the Crown. If you see her planting the Lloyd rocket, you can just automatically throw Crown. It'll blow up the Lloyd and it'll hit her too. So it's a really good tool to use for that. So yeah, no, Crown's a very important part of this matchup. Just because, like, while you can't use it conventionally, there's going to be a lot of instances you're going to use it just because you need to, like, just tank so many things. Yeah, like, that's not the best example of it there, but you can use your Crown to just go through Fishing Rod as well. Yeah, also, whenever she does Fishing Rod, you just want to land, like, right on top of her and then, like, do your down air that way. That's the other thing, too, is you can counter right on top of the Lloyd rocket and then just have that blow up, and then she also gets hit by your attack. So definitely a good thing to do. Something to keep in mind about Isabelle is that she can no longer have the fishing rod hang there and it'll grab you. Basically, she needs to reel it in order to grab you. So if the fishing rod's not moving, it won't grab you. So you can actually like kind of stall on there for a lot longer, and most likely they'll reset it. But, you know, just watch the way that the Isabelle plays before you make a decision on that. I'm pretty sure up throw would have killed from Isabelle, so I'm surprised she didn't go for that off the fishing rod. Yeah, so from there, there's not too much you can do. Oh. Ursaring, thanks for How did you never follow me before? I'm a little offended by that, but thanks for finally doing it. That was a really good recovery from him. Because like if he went in, he most likely would have gotten hit by the fishing rod itself. Yeah, so like right there when she went for like the double fair, like that's when you can throw out Crown. And then when she if she pockets Crown from far away, basically by that time you should have enough to run in and dash attack him with fair. Good stuff. Yeah, so like that situation sucks. Also, I believe on Town and City, if she decides to put fishing rod on the right hand side and like it doesn't grab you as you grab the ledge, then actually she can't keep the fishing rod there. It like goes up. It's a weird glitch that happens. I know it happens for sure in Pokemon Stadium. I forget if it's on this stage too, and it's specifically on the right ledge. Yeah, good. Just good awareness on his part to just F tilt that. Yeah, so like when you're in situations like this, like because she can chase you down with like fairs really easily, I would just focus on armoring through the actual turnips themselves. So then that way you can just kind of like fastball your way down, get through it. So that way you're also below her. She's floaty, so she's not going to hit the ground before you as well. And then you'll be in a really good position to intercept her. But you do need to be really good at like, you do want to get like your parryings down as well, just because it'll make it that much easier to hit her. Because if she's falling down with like fair bear a lot, she can like kind of snipe your head a good amount of the time. So you want to be able to parry that or like just crown it. And then if she's falling down with Nair, then I wouldn't be as concerned. You can just dash attack that. You can also dash attack like the fair bears too. It's just that depending on how much experience they have this matchup will determine how easy it is. Yeah, so like those are instances you can use crown. Oh man, he went for the hard read right there. Yeah, you're not fast enough to catch her, unfortunately. Yeah, so if you see fishing rod come out, remember the crown will knock you out of the grab itself. So don't worry about that. So fishing rod comes out, you can just toss crown. As long as the crown is out and it can hit her, you're good. And you've always got to be aware of the fishing rod too, because like she can abuse that against Rule so hard. Also, yeah, down smash is like so risky against to go like Villager Isabelle, just because they're always jumping. It's almost never gonna hit them. Yeah, that was perfect. So there's actually like a blind spot right in front of her on fishing rod, and it actually won't even grab K Rule. It's really weird. It's really strange. So as long as you're like right up against her in front of her, it's really easy to get away with like basically any move. Yeah, so like in that instance, you just wait for her to pocket your crown, and you know like the general area she needs to be in. So just be ready to punish that. So you could just like kind of throw a dash attack out there, and you probably would just get her. Also, keep in mind, if she does pocket your blunderbuss, she can kill you like mad early with that, and she can combo into it too. So it's like if she gets you like at ledge, she can basically get, especially on like this stage, she could probably get like a guaranteed kill on you. Like if she gets like a grab at like 60%. Just because like the side blast stones here are really short. So yeah, here you gotta be careful. You can super cheese her out with like a counter if you're able to get that against her, but like, you just need to be ready to call it out. And yeah, that too. Yeah, when you hit the Lloyd Rocket. So that shouldn't have happened, but she was like really not tight with her whole jab sequence there. Yeah, because like she can still wobble you in this game, but it's just like she needs to get you against the ledge for that. And I'm pretty sure she can like drag you across the stage too. And that wobble is super annoying. What was I gonna check though? Pocket. So something to remember about Pocket is the startup is frame 8, but she's invulnerable frame 5. So you do have 4 frames to hit her before anything happens. So you gotta remember, like, it's not a frame 1 option, so you can't hit her in like certain like mix-up situations. Okay, so that was that first one. Fortunately, there was only one game with Isabelle, so I don't gotta talk about it too much. But let's get to the next one. Yeah, so Roy Rule, just real quick. Definitely, it's like one of those where like Roy can just like kill K Rule really fast because those combos like work super good on K Rule. But K Rule does a pretty good job like in neutral and just like keeping Roy out. It's got a lot of ways like Zen him out, and then like the sour spot in this case, while it does lead to like better combos in certain situations, it does like kind of mess him up in terms of how effective he is against armor, and then also like crown armor too. So it's kind of a weird cycle. On one hand, he's a lot harder to edge guard compared to Chrom, but like Chrom does like a lot better in the neutral. So it's kind of hard to say like which one's better. Like truth be told, I'd probably rather fight like a Chrom than I'd rather fight a Roy, because I know I got to interact with Roy a lot more. But it's like it's kind of hard to say if like one's better than the other. But like overall, this is one of those few characters where it's like he can just kind of touch Rule and like Rule just kind of pop. So you always got to be careful about that. So you don't want to be in this scenario because Roy actually has a grab game, so you can kind of negate that whole thing. Wow, you can actually tank a strong fair. I did not know that. I guess that is something I should look at, is what moves of Roy can we tank? Remember, if you guys have never looked at this chart before and you're a role player, he actually should be here. This will tell you all the things that you can armor. Belly armor is always going to tank everything, like very few moves. And then they also have it for crown armor, which is the more important one. So for like in this case, we can't tank sweet spot dash attack, but sour spot we can. Up tilt we can't tank sweet, but once it stales once will be good. Sour we can. And then yeah, smash attacks basically no. Yeah, every single version of smash attack we can't. Up smash, kind of weird because with its multi-hit, but it probably would knock us out. Let's see, down smash. Sour spot we can tank, but we can't tank the back hitbox. And then aerials, wow, we can actually take everything except sweet spot bear, and it has to be full hop. I think, yeah, these are full hop. Yeah, so it has to be sweet spot, full hop, bear, and dare, but otherwise only sweet spot, short hop, dare will do it. So yeah, no, we're actually really good against Roy, just because like his just because it's like he just can't knock us out of crown armor with the short hops, so that kind of makes it weird for him. So we'll see like how much of that Leg is able to abuse. Yeah, so it's like you got to be careful with like how you're getting ledge trapped there. That's gonna break down this whole sequence again. It's like that's kind of like the standard start there. But like whenever somebody's like point blank against you, that's not when you want to use crown, especially when they're at 0%. Just because even if you hit them, they're still gonna be able to retaliate against you and get an opening. And not to mention, it's like because of the way that Roy wants to play, he can kind of get in like your blind spot on crown pretty easily too. And he actually got hit by the sour spot there. That's just one of those things. You just need to be paying attention to your opponent. Way two buttons there. Also, I should point out that this is an offline event from what I remember hearing. So you can't like blame any of these things on Wi-Fi. That's the other thing too. So like you never really want to have your back turned to Roy, just because it's like Rule's a little bit too slow to get like an attack out before he just gets stuffed out. The other thing too is like, you know, Roy is fast enough that he can throw out like enough attacks to kind of negate the crown armor too. So you need to be kind of careful how you're using that. We're trying to do two mix-ups there. Wild swings. Yeah, definitely, like, as much as a hard call-out dare is, like, just Nair's just the safe option to go for against a Roy. Yeah, like there. He's dead. It's like, there's a good chance that he's just, like, able to clip you before you're really able to just, like, get a hit on him with going for dare. A good setup there. God, this is like prime Rule comeback, like montage stuff that I've seen. Actually would have liked up air there instead, just because like I feel like the way like that sets up for the juggle is like a little bit scarier. And strong F tilt. I don't think that was supposed to. Okay, so sweet F tilt's one of the few ones that can break it. So yeah, Roy's probably not one of the characters that you want to do jump crown on for something like that. All right, see you, Bear. He went random. God, just imagine picking random in loser semifinals. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of... We already saw this matchup in the last one. But we'll see how much, like, Hugo actually knows how to play this matchup. Or Lancelot. Yeah, so I was about to say, like, right there, that was like, you could tell that like that Daisy player was going to be landing on the platform there, and like especially since like an air dodge was buffered. Once you see like the air dodge commitment to platform land, you can just full hop down here over here. You basically won't be able to cover everything. But yeah, I mean, I don't think this player is like a Daisy main at all. Yeah, just being able to take like most of the turnips too is so good. Just got that in time. I had the right idea with the up air, it's just like he sort of misaimed it. Yeah, so because that was short hop and that forward air was staled, he was able to tank that with crown armor. That's how busted it could be. And then yeah, you always do that to just make yourself like live as long as possible. Yeah, so you can actually like combo break a lot of things with gut check there, but it's like, so I don't think this person's like too much of a Daisy player. They probably weren't like super tight on their combos. So I think that's why they opted to go for the reset there. So it's like against like other, like I think other player, like other actual like Peach and Daisy mains, they probably would have just like gotten the true combo there. But like against somebody that isn't as like skilled with them, you could probably make a bet on that. But yeah, no, that was kind of easy from there. Okay, and now we get Young Link. So this one's at least a little bit more interesting. If they can play this character. I don't know if they picked random. I guess I should see that. Yeah, they picked random again. Just imagine being a random main in this game. Like, your life is hard. Like, I think that's the hardest character to main in Smash Ultimate. At least it's better to be a random main in this game than it was in Smash 4. Because, like, Smash 4, you just pick some characters and you just automatically lose. Oof, like that. It's kind of a little bit hard to, like, talk about more of the specifics with the matchup just because, like, this player's just not really doing the things that makes the character good. Like, you know, you don't really want to do point-blank arrows against Rule, nor do you really want to rush him down. You got to be like a lot more selective about how you're going in against Rule. Okay, yeah, now he's pointing to something better now. That's the other thing too. It's like Lego likes to go a lot for the blunderbuss setups there, but like I don't really feel like he's getting too much off of that, especially like in the Young Link matchup. Like if I got a hit in and then I went for blunderbuss, then I could see it a little bit more. But it's like I feel like he could just kind of be threatening him a little bit more with his normals. Ooh yeah, that was a little bit early. He got really lucky on that guess there. And yeah, that's how you kill Young Link. What's up, Quadfather? Yeah, so even, like, the other thing, too, is, like, this Young Link's not really trying to challenge him on the ledge, too. He's not, like, putting up any ledge traps or anything, so it's, like, it's kind of hard to even say, like, what Lega should be doing better in those scenarios, just because, like, Lancelot's not, like, putting him in any situation where he really needs to think and challenge it. Like, you know, that, like, roll that he did was, like, really, really, really easy to, like, just get up and react to. Like, even that get-up attack was super easy to react to, and he was right next to him, but, you know, Lancelot still missed. Like, at that point, like, the main thing you gotta remember is, like, although Young Link can technically kill with forward throw now, like, on K-Rool, you know, you still probably would have had a lot more life if you just, like, kind of held shield there and waited for the commitment from him. So, I mean, unless you main Young Link, you might even forget that kills now. But all right, yeah, that was kind of easy enough. It felt like he was playing against somebody that was playing random. So, yeah, a little bit hard to like say too much on there. It's just like I feel like the callouts on certain things could just been a little bit better. And now we actually got a me Brawler main. So this is a character I have not seen a lot of, so it's going to be interesting just to kind of see how he plays this. So I did used to play the Mii's back in Smash 4. So like I'm familiar with them from that. However, like their gimmicks from that game are gone, but most of the moves are the same. So I'll have to kind of see what build Musuru has, or Mersu. So once I figure that out, then I can kind of tell you what he does. But like overall, like speed-wise, very similar to Mario. So in that respect, it's like the way that you play neutral around where they are physically is a little similar. However, it's like they also have, if he has shot put, then that kind of changes up things. Whereas like if he has the other ones, then it's like there's a little bit of Captain Falcon mixed in there. So we'll have to see. Yeah, so like me Brawlers could be one of those characters that you're going to see jumping quite a lot. Okay, so they have Axe Kick. So it's kind of good to know that they have that version of up B, because like that's a very, you can kind of treat that like a, what is it called? You can treat that like the Crom Aether. You can just like counter it for one thing, but you can also just like sort of nair there and he's going to die. But like, there's one thing I do know about me Brawler for sure is that like his the way that his moves chain into each other are really, really good. So yeah, let's look at this hitbox real quick. So it's on the way up, but yeah, like at the top, see he's got like no hitbox there. So, and then it turns into this. So like that's a decent hitbox, but you can hit him at the top there without too much of an issue. Yeah, the good thing about me Brawler is like he doesn't have like any throws that can kill you. And I'm not sure if he still has like his old down throw up B combo kills. If he's got soaring axe kick, I don't think he has any then. Because like before it's like it was like tied to hurricane kick and then piston punch. That he had like some gimmicks. Okay, so that move, you know, that's basically just like Kirby down B. So nothing you really need to fear. So like overall, from what I know, this isn't too much of an optimal setup come from this me Brawler player. Okay, we got the Chirori trap going, but it just barely missed the cannonball there. But yeah, no, the setup that Lega just did, that's an unbeatable setup. Wait, what did he just do? Is that back throw? Forward throw. I'm not sure if he DI'd that correctly, but I guess at like 180 with 100% rage, maybe it can kill. Okay, then also, yeah, he does have shot put, so it's like you do need to like kind of jump around that. And like as long as the ball is out, it's kind of it's sort of a hitbox. So Lega does have to like watch how he uses crown around it, but that's really about it. It's also gonna be a little bit annoying for like being edge guarded. Also, I do have to say I appreciate the me Brawler design. It's like the costumes and everything he's using. Like that's one of the most wild ones I've seen. And the other thing too is like because he's doing short hop nair a lot, that's going to beat out your dash attack. So you need to be covering that with short hop fair. And good use of recovery there. Yeah, so after you up B somebody and you see them like just falling down with an aerial, just drop down and then come up with an up air and then you'll just hit them every time. You don't even have to worry about a trade. It just ends favorably for you. Yeah, that can kill. So you have to play it around like Smash 4 Raptor boost. That was a really good fake out with canceling your blunderbuss. Yeah, something you got to keep in mind is you have to be really careful with your crown usage when you see somebody like just grabbing you all the time. Especially when you have the mobility of me Brawler, just because like theirs is actually really good. That was so sad. I'm so depressed for you, actually. You had the right idea, but you know, he can move left and right with it, so he can psych you out with that. Yeah, unfortunately, like I did see that they had like different numbers on there, but like without like playing this character, I can't remember what each one is. I'm assuming he's playing the same build. Yeah, just like get ready to armor him a lot more. You need to be like a lot more preemptive about zoning him, which is kind of like the main thing that I'm not seeing. You got to be careful about that. Like just watch their shot puts come out before you like go in. Because like the good thing is like on a stage like this, you can go underneath the stage, so you do have a guaranteed way to avoid it. Okay, so that's good that you can actually use Crown to like absorb the shot puts, but I'd be careful. Also, if you do like see the down B go off and miss, like just take that as your cue to dash attack them. Just because like it is fairly laggy. Which let me see if there's like actually landing lag frames to it, because he does have to hit the ground. Yeah, so it lands with 58 frames of landing lag, so it's kind of like he throws out a clay pigeon if he lands on the ground. Or he's basically tossing a crown once he hits the ground, so that's your cue to just like go up and punish him as hard as you possibly can. And remember, you can dash attack that soaring axe kick, or you can counter it, so don't be afraid to do that. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, he wasn't adjusting his angle on there. And remember, yeah, if they're going to be above you, just like be ready to up air them. That kind of looks like a little bit more of a misinput from that air dodge. Dang. He's actually getting the hands on you. And he almost reversed that. I did not expect the shot put to do that, but considering how like strong that thing is, it doesn't surprise me. Also, yeah, stop being so antsy with everything, because like he doesn't really have like any like real true ways to cover you at ledge. And it's like if you do get around the shot put, then you do basically get back to stage for free. Yeah, don't. At that point, I would hold down to like hopefully get around that. But I think he got you no matter what. But yeah, like you're mashing a little bit too quick and you're getting a little bit too close. Like it feels like you're going into him when he is approaching you a lot, but like you're not using your best tools. Like you're kind of locking yourself a lot in Crown, you're locking yourself a lot in with Blunderbuss as well. And considering like how good his burst range is, you wanna focus a lot more on like dash back F tilt or like just like retreating fares. And then if you can stuff out his attacks with Nair, because like you know Brawler has no real way to actually deal with your belly armor, so like always consider that as like an option to beat out literally his entire neutral, because like he has a lot of multi hits, so they're not gonna do it's not gonna do a lot of strong damage to you a lot of the time when he's hitting your armor, just like that. Like it's fairly minimal for the most part, because like your armor should just beat out like one of those multi hits, and then like you negate like the rest of that attack. That was a good read from him. But you see, like right there, that made it super easy for him to get in there. Also remember, like after you do like fast fall nair, buffer or spot dodge after, because like he is always going for grabs for the most part. Oh, we actually missed that. Remember, you can't counter those, especially with like the angle that he's doing. And good on the change up there on your recovery. See, like there, that was a really good setup there with like your Cannonballs Butterbless. Because it's like, you know, he actually had to deal with those the entire time. This is scary. Getting a little bit too lost in the sauce. Yeah, it was a good thing he didn't turn it around because I don't think he'd be able to. Yeah, see, I like this style of zoning that you're doing a lot more now, but you know, as you kept doing that crown a lot, and if the crown doesn't hit him, he's just pretty much always been able to get in. But that zone right there, so so if you're like half stage across the screen, basically it looks like he will not be able to grab you there. Because, like, see, he only had enough time to get an attack out, and you're able to immediately, like, grab there. So that means if he went for a grab, you could have gone for, like, spot dodge, down tilt, and dare, up air, and all that stuff. So you need to memorize that distance for this matchup specifically. And he should be dead. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's see how you adapt on the next couple of games. But, yeah, no, your ledge recovery game, it just seems like really, really sus. Like, I feel like that's like something I noticed, like, even with the other two games. Like, that's something that you need to tighten up quite a lot. But obviously, like, neutral in this one, I don't think it's, like, really the optimal way to play if you're trying to gauge out how to play a matchup, just because, like, Crown and Blunderbuss just, like, leave you so far open that I feel like those are not crutches you should use. The only time you use them is if you see an attack coming from them and you just like want to stuff it out. That's the time that you should be using Crown. Blunderbuss you can use if you know you have the time to set up and shoot it out. Which for the most part with that move I felt like you've done it. But not so much with Crown. See, like there kind of made a little bit more sense. But it's like unfortunately because he was inside you, he just was able to avoid the Crown hit. Yeah, see, that's why you wait for them, and then you do it. That was a perfect call out. I think that's like the most meme-y combo sequence I've ever seen. Yeah, good counter there. Yeah, because there's one thing that I can say about like this Brawler player is that he loves pressing buttons. So like I feel like you can like rely on that to like be an option for him quite a lot. But it's like they're smart buttons. Like they're not being placed without thought. Ah, that's too bad. I thought you were gonna be able to like get him there. Ah, yes. If you were a little bit closer, you could have gotten that one. And that's why I keep saying, like, watch his shot puts, because, like, that's really, like, the only thing that he can use to, like, hit you. And then, like, I feel like that's, like, just being a little bit more aware of the matchup is, like, when he did that side B, you can just drop down up air that, and then you'd be able to kill him like that. Like, I would just, like, wait for him to push his button and then, like, respond. That was a really good bait, actually. I'm surprised that he just let you get away with it. That was unfortunate. See, now, there he's got, like, really good positioning on that, so that fast fall, like, was basically your death. Yeah, so his nair, he can combo it into, like, any of his jabs or grabs if he wants to. He's also been, like, mimicking his, like, so, like, if he's not doing that, like, he's just been doing, like, drop down, like, nair quite a lot. So, like, when you see him do a jump, that's where you can buffer, like, a get-up attack, and then just, like, you can guarantee that you'll hit him. Like, that's, like, universal across, like, every character, too. So, like, if you're fighting, like, a hard buttons opponent, that's something you can pretty much rely on. We had a little glitch there. Yeah, that was a really good jump from him. All right. Rule comeback time. Oh, God. You got so lucky with that. You got so lucky with all of that. That's great. Then I'm using, yeah. Yeah, no, the shot put's really good. Like shot put like basically beats out everything you throw at it. Like the only thing that can like straight up counter it is a reflect. Otherwise you just jump around it. Let me check something though. Shot put, I actually don't know what the amount of lag is on that move. So shot put is a total of 67 frames, so it's actually laggier than a clay pigeon. So keep that in mind when you're trying to punish it. And he can't move too far when he does it as well. So always keep that in mind. I also just realized that we didn't get any like stage switch ups, which, you know, the fact that you're not going to try platforms is probably the best thing for you. But I feel like Brawler like wants to kill you off the side more than anything, so like this stage is actually pretty good for him for doing that. That was honestly like the best thing you could have asked for off that interaction. Yeah, no, Brawler's really fast. I wouldn't really reliably do that too often. You also got to remember, you know, I know that Finland's used to like getting like their face chewed in by K Rule, but I feel like this is like a low level rule option that could be super clutch. But I'm just gonna say like, don't do it. It's dare from ledge. Oh, did we actually go like that far past it? Oh wow. I didn't realize we went that far past. Yeah, so it was after this. Yeah, that, like, you know, at least you're not at a percentage where you could die. Like, if he was, like, really smart and he read it, he was over there and F-smashed you, you might have died. But other than that, we definitely weren't at 81. But yeah, like, there's so many rules that do this, and I feel like that's, like, the tournament winner for him. Because, like, if somebody's just like, okay, I'm just going to wait for him to throw out his dare to kill him, and then that's going to be the option that does it. So just be aware. Like, I don't know how aware your opponents are of it, and I'm not sure. Like, I've seen you do it a couple of times, but, like, not enough that it's, like, an obvious, this is a habit you're going to do. It's just, like, I feel like whenever I see a rule do that, they do that, like, more out of desperation than anything. The what? So, I know you're going to die, but I have no idea what you died from. So, can't comment on that one. Yeah, also, I mean, he's dead. Oh, God, that's a really bad glitch. Yeah, like, remember that you can edgeguard him super easily by just dropping off with Nair. Like, don't be scared if you know he needs to commit low. Like, treat him like you would treat Chrom. Don't treat him any different. The thing is, like, if he had, like, the ZSS, like, flip kick, then it would be a little bit different. But, like, the fact that he doesn't have it, that makes it really easy. Oh, God, this is so bad. Oh, this is, like, borderline unwatchable. Hopefully it doesn't glitch up like that again. So, like, off of that propeller pack, I think he could have actually, like, gotten a true up air off of it. Perfect sequence there. As I say, yeah, like we're gonna see a shot put come. You know, I forgot that they go into free fall after they do that, so that's something I always remember. But I don't think you can really count like on an SD from them happening. That was perfect. I would not change my positioning from that if I was a Brawler player. It's like the second that rule came back, it's just like, he lost. Don't even watch this. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just wondering how long it's going to take before it's like he actually loses. But either way, no. Good adjustments like it, but definitely you need to work on your ledge game, like particularly like the recovery. You do need to work on edge guarding him too. Just remember, treat it like you would treat like a way to like edge guard Crom, where you just like kind of go off or nair. And like if he has to go up a little bit high, use counter. The reason why that you do that is because like he can't auto snap it, but like there is no hitbox at the end of that up B. So like that's like one thing that he can kind of do to like keep himself from getting countered. So that's why it's like I would argue go for the nair. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can also just hit him with like the D tilts as well. The D tilt will hit him, or down angle to F tilt actually. Down angle to F tilt would probably be the best option. You're good at getting that. And the other thing too is like not only could you potentially armor the hit, but you would always like get that 2-frame as well, and that sounds really far away. So work on that. Lower percents, nair's better, but like at higher percents, F tilt might be your best case there. So good stuff.